On today's episode, I wanted to highlight Corsair. As we find out in this episode, he's Daddy Cyclops, and he debuted in Uncanny X-Men number 104 during the Phoenix Saga in April of 1977. He was created by Dave Cockrum. His real name is Christopher Summers. He's the leader of the Starjammers. What I found really funny that I didn't actually know until I was researching him today, Dave Cockrum made the Starjammers, wanting them to be their own comic, and Marvel was basically like, bitch, we busy. We got stuff like up to 2 years planned. So Dave was like, oh yeah? So he went to Chris Claremont and was like, dude, I made these really cool characters. Can you include them in X-Men? So Chris was like, sure, but how do we make these guys fit? Like, why would they care about the X-Men? And then Chris was like, let's make him Daddy Cyclops, so that way there's a connection. So I just thought it was funny, like Corsair was made before he was made to be Cyclops' daddy. They only did that to connect him over.
Love it.
But yeah, he's been a cool character throughout the years. We've seen him pop up many, many times within the continuity, and I think he has a pretty big fan base.
Oh, yes, I'm a big fan.
I knew you would be. Anybody who's related to Cyclops, Kevin's wet for.
There you go.
I mean, it's, yeah.
I go where I wanna go. Jean!
Scott!
Jean?
Scott! I summon the Arctic winds!
No more mutants!
I summon the Arctic winds!
No more mutants!
I summon the Arctic winds!
No more mutants! There's always more gators in the bayou.
Don't get a
Hello, and welcome to this week's Solving for X. My name is Shawn. I'm the ultimate excavationist.
And I'm something of an X fan myself, Kevin.
Yay! And
Yay!
today I'm really excited. Terry, I've been following your art on Instagram, so it's so cool to have you on the show with us.
I'm glad I'm surprising you with so many great people. You know.
Yeah.
Thank you for having me. Thank you for following me. Yeah, I'm excited.
You're welcome.
I love this show. I'm ready to go.
Yes. Well, Shawn, did you know that Terry actually drew the cover art for Words of the Witches, too?
I did not know that. What a talented.
I sure did.
Yes, he did. So, before we get in with the episode, tell us a little bit about what you do if people aren't aware.
Well, I write and draw comic books, mostly right now. So my illustration degree, it's just sitting there. No, I still draw plenty, but I recently wrote the Reptil miniseries for Marvel and a story in Marvel Voices Pride and Marvel Voices Comunidades. I have 3 original graphic novels out. I've written for like Steven Universe and Rick and Morty, so I'm very tired. I write a lot. And then hopefully next week there will be an announcement and debut of another comic I wrote online.
Ooh.
Wow. So this is the perfect time to have you on the show because this releases the same week.
Because it's Hispanic Heritage Month, you mean?
I was just about to say that. We were talking about Hispanic Heritage. And when by the time this comes out, it will still be active. We have like a day left.
I do what I can to help, so.
Nice. Well, what would you say got you into X-Men?
So as a child of the 90s, it was obviously this cartoon. I discovered it when I was probably 12, I think, maybe 11 or 12 when it came out. And I then, that actually is what got me to go to the comic book store. Because I was like, well, I want to learn more about these characters and I want to read more about them. And the first comic I bought with my own money was an X-Men Adventures, which is, it was the issue based on the episode where Rogue considers the cure. Mm-hmm. And after getting that comic, I then was like, oh, wait, there's other comics that aren't like from the cartoon. And I started reading a lot of the Jim Lee stuff. And that got me into superhero comics was this cartoon, actually.
Nice.
Yeah.
And do you have a character that stands out to you above Others?
When I discovered the show and watched it, I really latched on to Rogue. And part of that was because I came from a very religious upbringing household. And I think the idea of like, having to hide who I was in that context, I think seeing a character who was like, don't touch this boy. It's going to end in a dire situation. Things are going to be really bad if you, kiss this boy. That sort of spoke to me. As I rewatch the show, I mean, for me, it's always the women. It's Storm and Jean and Rogue, and that they're the ones. But as I rewatch the show, I don't know. I find myself really liking Jean. So, yeah, I can't help it.
Nice. And just so you know, Sexy Exes, what I love about Terry the most is the TikTok behind him, TikTok from Return to Oz, because I'm such a stan for that movie. My best friend Rachel and I periodically say to each other, "A chicken," because we love that line from the movie.
Not to veer off track, but in my mind, in my heart, TikTok is a gay icon because he was portrayed by a gay man and an acrobat who was British and
inside the suit,
attractive gay acrobat.
Yeah, exactly. And so for me, he's like a gay icon. He's like this great character. He's probably my favorite fictional character. But this painting is the only, maybe one of two pieces of artwork that I've actually done that I have hanging in my home, because I feel like that's weird to like have. If somebody were walking into my house and all the artwork were mine, I just think that's weird. So I prefer to hang up other people's stuff, but that's like the one painting that I did that I have hanging up. Yeah.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
And,
just whack him with that lunch bell fruit.
Make sure you don't pick a green one.
You're right.
And I do want to apologize real quick, Sexy Exes, because I was editing last week's episode and I sounded so dead in it. But the reason for that is I was recovering from food poisoning. So I just didn't realize how much is going to come through. So if you hated listening to me in that, I'm sorry.
It's October now. So the reason for it is you were Halloween themed.
I was being scary. I like that. So another question for you, Terry, is last week's previously on question was, and this comes from a line from the episode, Rogue says, "It should have been me in that cockpit. I could have handled the Phoenix." So would you rather have seen Jean or Rogue as the Phoenix?
I think it's more appropriate to have it be Jean, because Rogue's already kind of got this secondary thing happening, right? Because she's taken... So like to have her be like, to have her power set and then take Captain Marvel's powers, and then to have the Phoenix on top of that, I think would have been too much. I've just been like, girl, you're like, what are you, a Pokemon? You need to like evolve
collect them all.
So I think it's very appropriate to have it be Jean, especially because in the cartoon, Jean's always so like, I'm like gonna faint or whatever. So like I think it bodes well for her to get this like extra power set and to be, utilize it a bit. So I mean, as much as I love Rogue, the Phoenix is for Jean in this, at least in this series.
That's actually exactly what I said. I love Rogue. Yeah. Rogue's my girl. I like her more than Jean, but she would have just been too overpowered. Like Jean needed it more to power up than Rogue did.
Yeah.
It was a fun little conversation and journey we had last week, though. So, we had X reads, and Chandler had his whole process. It was amazing. So,
I liked how it progressively went from one decision to the other. Like changed mid rant. All right, let's see what our listeners thought of our previously on poll. Let's see who the winner is, Jean or Rogue. Are you surprised at all to know that like Jean was a runaway hit with this one?
No. I mean, especially based on what we talked about,
Yeah, and I think it's because like Jean's who we've known as the Phoenix forever. So like it's weird to think of anybody else like as filling that role.
Although it would be cool to see a what if. I'd be down for that.
Yeah, so Jean won with 72% of the votes. Rogue got only 28%. But Thank you very much for everybody who voted. I see some regulars in here, like our friend Tobias Burning, Legion M. Ivory. Thank you, Anthony, for voting. And we've got Terry Brown, who's actually kind of a newcomer. So thank you,
cool.
Terry, for voting
Yeah.
also.
Yay.
Cool. So this week we are on Phoenix Saga Part 4, Starjammers. This aired September 8th, 1994. Written by Michael Edens, directed by our love, Larry Houston. Shall we get into it, boys?
Yeah.
Absolutely. Let's do it.
All right. At Cassidy Keep, shit is going down. Black Tom makes his escape as Lalandra despairs to Xavier that she doesn't have enough room in her ride for him. Phoenix gets up and announces since Jean is young, strong, virile, and with supple breasts, she can recover quickly and transport everyone. Just then, Professor X hears a ship approaching. He announces it's a friend.
The Blackbird lands, and Cyclops, Storm, and Beast exit. They find Jean scanning the universe. She senses Deken with a K in the middle and his Imperial Guard. Apostrophe K. Phoenix tells Scott that it's time for him to help her prepare, I love this, for the team for a large battle. She actually says, for a battle to save the galaxy.
Oh. You know,
So what is this a picture of?
So I really like this because when Jean is scanning, she sees the Imperial Guard, including Oracle, which Oracle senses Jean back.
Yeah,
which
she's like turns.
Detail.
She's like,
oh.
Yeah. But I took a picture of the scene because we have the Imperial Guard standing here. So from left to right, we have Hussar, who's like the red girl thing. We have Flashfire, who we actually saw last season, season 2, real quick. We have Titan, who is like the bulky guy in like the kind of stereotypical superhero suit for Marvel. We have Hobgoblin,
Not that one.
Not that one. He's like a green bug-looking one.
Yeah.
And then we have Starbolt, who is on fire. He's a flamer.
Oh. Scene 3?
Yes.
All right. Beast tells Lalandra that he's happy to discover that she wasn't a figment of the professor's imagination. He's looking forward to meeting the Shi'ar. Jean announces that it's time for everyone to help save the universe and teleports them into space. Jean leaves behind Professor X, Jubilee, Moira, and Banshee. And that was a question about, like, how does she choose who to bring? She's just like, you guys, no. He's like, why are you leaving me behind?
Well, and I feel like the professor would have been a big help in space.
Yeah. But sure. I mean, to be fair, Banshee screams and Jubilee pew-pews. The professor is upset he was left behind. Oh, how funny that I just said that.
It's so funny.
Come out, wherever you are.
Don't worry about us, Dingo. We'll make sure we can.
Cameo.
So I love in this scene, we get a really quick flash of Captain Britain, the Hellfire Club, and Doctor Strange. And one thing that's kind of funny is Marvel at this time had the rights to showing any X-Men character in the show, but it was only X-Men characters. It got kind of hazy if they wanted to show someone like Doctor Strange. So Larry Houston said whenever he put in like Thor, Doctor Strange, legal would come back and say, you can't show that character. So what he started doing is he said, like, show a doctor in a cape or show a Norseman on a roof. So that way legal didn't know that it was someone specific. But in the storyboards, he would show it was like Doctor Strange. And the storyboarders who loved the characters knew, like, oh, this is Doctor Strange.
That's great.
That's funny.
That's why we love Larry Houston. He made all these little like cameos and things come alive, and he snuck around legal to do it.
Oh, it kind of reminds me of what happened today. I was at work and I was filling out an address, and it said Omega Road, and I wrote Omega Red just because that was in my brain.
Nice.
Understandable.
I was like, oh, I guess I have to redo this envelope. Okay.
I'm glad this podcast is having that effect on you.
Yeah.
All right. In space, the Shi'ar shoot at the Phoenix to no avail. The X-team appears burgers into the helm of a grounded ship. Wolverine decides to take the space bus next time. The ship contains the Mcron crystal. I said that weird. Everyone's nipples are hard for. Moments after arriving, the ship takes off, but is attacked by Deken's forces. Lilandra calls her team to action, but they are indisposed by a stun blast.
All right. The X-Men slowly wake up to find Lilandra still knocked out. People get knocked out a lot in this episode. Just wait. Immediately, Deken's forces start to break open the doors. The door opens, and we find the Starjammers. Not Deken's forces at all. Phoenix reads them and announces she reads them and announces the Starjammers to be pirates. Wolverine makes some joke about, like, where's their eye patches or whatever, right? Jean reads Corsair's mind and sees two young boys.
I just realized how weird that sounds, but go ahead.
Yeah. She immediately stops Scott from firing on Corsair. The Starjammers stun the X-Men and take off. Now, so like in this scene, I found it was such a funny kind of like line read where Wolverine asks Jean, like, why didn't you let Cyclops waste this guy? And she's like, I couldn't tell him that he's his father. Like,
I had that in my notes too.
like, but are you telling Wolverine? Like, it was just kind of a weird.
It was so weird because she's like, I can't tell him, and then he walks away. But then it's like zooms out of the ship that he is Scott's father. I'm like, did she say that out loud? Did she tell anybody, or is she like talking to herself? Like, I mean, you're still saying it out loud. Somebody's bound to hear you. Like,
yeah. So I also find it funny. Like the question I'm actually left with after watching this episode is that when the Starjammers appear and like the X-Men see the Mcron crystal, Gambit tells Rogue, like, oh, you like this? I'll get you one for Christmas. So I just want to know if Rogue ever got like an Mcron crystal for Christmas, because if not, Gambit's sort of like a I don't know, like a promiser boyfriend that I just don't I don't know. I don't like it. Anyway.
yeah.
Yeah, he overpromised on that one. That's a pretty expensive crystal.
Like, Merry Christmas.
I mean, there's space wars over this crystal. Okay, sure.
Yeah.
I do like, I wrote down Rogue's line. Lilandra's out colder than a leftover hush puppy.
Leftover hush puppy. Yeah, yep.
I told you people were going to get knocked out a lot, right?
Yeah.
And I gotta say, I loved all of Hepzibah's.
Yeah, I was laughing about that.
It's like, can we talk about some of the Starjammers real quick? Because I was like, one of them is a cat, like a literal cat lady, and the other one is like this like lizard reptile thing with like fins on his head. I don't know. And then a human.
Yeah. Yeah, so Starjammers, I have this in my notes. So they appeared with Corsair in X-Men 104. Kevin mentioned Hepzibah. She's the white cat lady, the literal cat lady, Terry.
What was the lizard guy's name? I couldn't catch it.
They don't actually say it in the episode, I don't think, but it's Chod. It's CH''OD.
With an apostrophe in the middle.
Yeah, they love their apostrophes in space.
That's how you know you're in space. Yeah.
Yeah.
When everyone's names start to have apostrophes in them.
And then
but it's not where you think.
It's not where you think. I love that.
Oh, so good. I need 6 seasons in a movie for that character.
Yeah. The last of the Starjammers is Raza Longknife, and he was the one with like the orangey skin and the long ears with the ponytail.
Oh, okay.
He belongs on RuPaul's Drag Race with Mr. Sinister.
I mean, isn't there now? There's now a queen in Marvel named Crystal Mcron. So she's from the house of Jumbo Carnation. So
Nice.
yeah, I mean, I believe that she was like Loki was impersonating, I think, Kate Bishop to get Wiccan to come to a bar. Don't ask. And then when he got to the bar, the drag queen that was performing was Crystal Mcron. So
I
Okay.
like
There you go.
that.
Yeah.
Do you want a quick little, not to diverge, do you want a quick little tidbit about Drag Race that I snuck into Reptil?
Okay.
Sure.
I had they're in the first issue they're fighting, like Reptil and his grandpa, and then Reptil's cousin comes downstairs. He's like, "What?" He's like, "Why is it so loud down here? It's like louder than an episode of Untucked." And my editor was like, do you want that's a Drag Race reference? And I was like, Jubilee has mentioned Drag Race, Iceman has mentioned Drag Race exists in Marvel. So, and she was like, okay.
Nice.
So I was like, I did my research.
it.
I was like, here's the panel where Iceman mentions he's a guest judge. Here's the panel where Jubilee mentions that she watches it as a, and she was like, oh, all right.
Yeah. There you go.
And then you ended with, and don't question me again.
I'm definitely the one that shows up with receipts. I mean,
Yeah.
True. So, and another fun tidbit, I found where the name Starjammers came from. Would you like to know?
Yes.
So apparently there was a type of sailing ship called a windjammer. And so when he made the Starjammers, since their ship is in space, it went to star.
Oh, nice. Do they?
Yeah.
I'm curious about the Starjammers and the Guardians of the Galaxy, and because they seem like very similar type of groups, and I'm curious which one came first. I need to look into it. Like if one kind of inspired the other. I don't know.
The Guardians were first, but they kind of started off in their own places. The Guardians that we know, like Groot, he showed up in the 60s, but he was very different. He was like a monster destroying things. But then they started the Guardians with how come I can't think of names right now, Terry? Yondu and those type of Guardians, they showed up more in like the 70s. So they have the Starjammers beat probably by a few years.
Gotcha.
Have they ever joined forces? Like
The old and the
crossover?
new?
Like the Starjammers and Guardians, have they ever done anything together?
That's a good question. You're putting my memory banks to work here.
Yeah.
I'm sure somebody's screaming at their phone right now.
Yeah.
Like in episode number.
I mean, I wonder if part of why they didn't want the Starjammers to have their own thing was because they're like, well, we already have a space team. We already have Guardians.
Mm-hmm.
So, maybe that might have been part of it. I don't know. I can see how it's like, no, we already have one. We don't need another one, because that's what a lot of companies, I think.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Yeah, I could see that. That's probably why Marvel kind of put it on the back burner, because, yeah, you're right. If they already had Guardians, then why do we need another space team?
Mm-hmm.
Because it's space. It's fun.
Yeah. I like how sneaky Dave was, though, in getting Chris to add it. If Chris does it, they're going to say yes, obviously. All right.
Who is that, me?
Yep.
What scene are we on?
6.
I forgot. 6, okay. The Starjammers take off in their ship, leaving the X-Men behind. The X-Men slowly wake up again. Phoenix announces that they took the crystal, and Scott! Wolverine asks why she stopped Cyclops, here he goes, from blasting Corsair, but she refuses to say that he's Scott's father.
I mean, but she doesn't really refuse to say. She kind of says it, just not to Scott.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can't tell you, but I will.
Yeah. And I found an answer for you. The first Guardians team was in 1969.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so they were 8 years before the Starjammers.
Too close. Too soon.
Mm-hmm.
Too soon.
Too soon.
They were like, nope, we've already got one.
Yep. All right. On board the Starjammer, Corsair walks in to speak to a bound Cyclops. Kevin imagines having his way with bound Cyclops. Raza asks, why did they take Scott? Corsair tells him he plans on using Cyclops as a weapon.
Oh.
Was I right, Kevin? Were you excited by bound Cyclops?
Well, normally I would be, but this episode, I'm all about Corsair. Corsair is I mean, I love Cyclops, but when Corsair's in the room, it's all about Corsair. You know, it's that little mustache. Have you ever read the Starstruck Cyclops, where the Cyclops that came from the past goes to space with his father? Do you ever read those? I have it right here.
You do.
But there's that one. Oh, there he is in his underwear. Look at this. Look how sexy. OMG. There he is. I'm just like, yes. That mustache and the pirate.
Kevin's brain says that without Corsair, there would be no Cyclops. That's what.
Exactly. Exactly.
Well, and I remember we had Kevin on my other show, Marvelous Galaxy of Disney, and we did like who's the hottest men of Disney, and all of his were like, all of his were like King Triton and all like the daddy people.
Yeah,
Tarzan's dad, and what's his name? Aladdin's dad. Yes, all of them.
Mm-hmm.
He just likes a beard.
Yeah,
I do.
All right, let's see. So Gladiator helps guide Eric the Red and his ship to meet Deken's command ship. As Gladiator announces Eric, Deken bitches him out for not securing the crystal and defeating Lilandra. The two men land and enter the command room. Gladiator tells Deken that the Phoenix exists and she's protecting the crystal. Just then they get a message from Corsair who says he'll trade half the royal treasury for the crystal. He'll also turn over Scott as a bonus. Once the transmission is done, Deken demands them to kill Corsair once the trade is done. This is a lot of exposition, guys. Gladiator is uncomfortable with this since Deken gave his oath to Corsair. So, a lot of plot, a lot of exposition happening here.
but it's setting up for bigger things, so we have to make sure to cover it all.
Absolutely, and I feel like what I love about this episode is that I feel like it's what so much of the Phoenix Saga builds up to. We're like almost at the like really exciting moments that everything's been building to. So.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, everything I feel like in these episodes, they sometimes feel like they are a little random or disjointed, but they do build so well. Like, especially that second episode with, like, Evil Xavier. When you watch it, you're like, Phoenix isn't really even in this, but it does fit into the greater scheme.
They have those little bits, just those little inklings forward. You're like, oh. In an asteroid field, the Starjammer hides out. Corsair tells Scott his plan to sell the crystal. Corsair tells Scott they're going to use his optic blasts to surprise and kill Deken, never actually handing over the crystal. Corsair tells Scott that he wants Deken dead for taking the life of his wife. Wife. I love how that rhymes.
Life of his wife. So I was really fixated on the fact that Corsair doesn't know Cyclops is his son and vice versa. And they're having this argument on, like, should he get revenge for his wife?
Right.
But yet his wife is Cyclops' mom. So do you think Cyclops would have changed his tune and said revenge is okay if he knew it was his mom?
Absolutely. I mean, it's so funny. It's so funny because he's always like, I gotta do the greater good. But when it's personal, he just
that's true.
He goes up. He's very quick on a whim when it's personal like that. So I think he'll probably have some turmoil, some conflict in himself. But I think it's him.
I don't want to take it there, but speaking of the Starjammer, I'm just curious if anybody else thought that their like docking tube was a little bit more than suggestive every time it went to another ship. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I can see that. I didn't even think it, but I can see that.
Okay, it was very obvious. Sorry. Anyway.
I'm going to rewatch the episode with a bottle of lube next to me and see how it goes.
You can dock your tube in my ship any day.
Wow. In the ass droid field. All right. Before this goes any worse, back at the Shi'ar ship, the X-Men zoom into action. X-Men, face the day.
Face the day, face the day.
Thank you. Lilandra meets with her pilots to despair on the Starjammer being too fast. Beast about on the computers absorbing knowledge. Lilandra asks that Phoenix teleport them to the Starjammer. Jean says she's still too weak, but she will recover soon. And each time she does recover, she gets a little bit stronger than yesterday.
Is this the scene where like the big battle happens with the X-Men? Because there's definitely
yet.
Not yet. Okay.
Not yet.
Okay.
Yeah, they're getting ready to go into battle, but Jean's
Okay.
too weak, and Lilandra's being all like bossy and like, "No, take us now." And Jean's like, "I can't, bitch."
Stronger than yesterday. Yeah.
Yeah. I have a question about Lilandra real quick, if we can diverge for a second.
Yeah.
What are her people called? The Shi'ar, right?
Yeah.
Okay, are they like bird people? I've never
Yeah.
understood this, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so the story with the
she-
Shi'ar is that they evolved from birds instead of apes.
Okay. That's cool. I think she's in severe need of a redesign. I'm sorry. I think I might have to redesign her just for fun.
What is the most offending part of her?
I think I don't like the swirly makeup on her eyes.
Yeah.
And so also in the comics, didn't she have like a silver outfit with that headdress thing?
Yeah.
Sometimes, right? So the black headdress it looks like it looks like it's trying to emulate feathers, but it's not working for me. So I'm gonna have to draw it anyway.
Okay.
And if she's like the one, if she's like the queen, if she's it, then I'm sorry, but she needs like some sort of like her outfit needs to say like that. So
Yeah. You just see Michelle Visage watching this going, a bodysuit, really, bitch?
really,
I know.
yeah, we've seen it. We've seen this silhouette before.
We were wondering though last week because they all incorporate like bugs and spiders into their costumes, but they're like bird people. So
Yeah,
wouldn't
they have
that
like
be-
spider
so
design.
bizarre.
Like, so
Like I'm half expecting Trakina to be in here from Power Rangers, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, I wonder what the spider thing is. If there's ever been any kind of thing said about why that's used or whatever in their design.
Yeah.
Has there ever been a
have
comic
to
just
do
about
some
like the
research.
Shi'ar Empire?
Yeah, they're in them a lot, but I don't know if there's ever been one to like focus solely on them.
I want teenage Lilandra comic now about like how she became the Empress.
Okay.
That's what I want.
Yeah.
I'll write it.
And redesign
Mhm.
her.
Yes,
I like it.
Yeah.
absolutely. Anyway,
Definitely.
that's my new pitch. Teenage Lilandra. Anyway, back on track. Okay. Back on the Starjammer, Corsair asks Scott to help him destroy Deken. Scott unwittingly agrees, feeling he has no other choice. Scott and Deken travel across ships with the crystal. Corsair tells Scott he's from Earth. He reveals he had 2 sons, but wouldn't recognize them now. He remembers his oldest having his mother's eyes. Winky face.
Oh, the irony.
Oh, the irony.
But wouldn't you have loved it if he's like, my oldest, he had his mother's eyes. She had one big eye and it was red. And like, wouldn't that have been amazing?
That would have been amazing.
She could shoot laser beams out of it.
I think it'd be funny too if Corsair was like, yeah, the older one was kind of a jerk. He was a little slow in the head. Like, I really didn't like that one. I liked the other kid a lot better.
I'm mostly sad that I lost my older son, not my younger son.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyway.
Sorry, Kevin.
You know. Well, he doesn't know. He doesn't really know how many sons. He only thinks there's 2. But, you know.
There's
I
3,
know.
isn't there? Isn't
There's
there a
like
third son?
4
There's
now.
4.
Oh god.
There's 4
Okay.
now. Yeah.
Well, where it gets
Is one of them
confusing-
like half cat? Because of Hepzibah?
It gets confusing because it said that the Shi'ar took the mom and they like harvested her for like more babies. So they're technically not
Oh.
Corsair's children, but they are siblings of Scott and his brother, who
Yeah.
I'm not going to say because they haven't revealed it in the cartoon yet for those watching the cartoon for the first time.
Ooh. Okay.
But it is in a name we've used plenty times.
Yes.
If the, magichavoc.com or Shawnee Havoc or whatever.
He's on to me.
Anyway, I know. All right. Back on the Lalandra ship, the X-Men gather around Jean. She plans on telepathically linking with Scott and teleporting them to him. Just then, Scott enters Deken's throne room with Corsair. Phoenix teleports everyone to the throne room just as Deken gets the crystal. Corsair orders Cyclops to kill Deken, but just then, the Imperial Guard prepare to attack. But then, the Phoenix appears burgers with all her friends and frees Cyclops. Corsair goes to attack Deken, but it's a shapeshifter! Gasp!
Quoi? This is just like X Reads pointed out last week. This is so drama, and they're just constantly like layer upon layer. And then Juggernaut gets there. But then Gladiator gets there, throws Juggernaut. But then Phoenix gets there and punches Gladiator.
And then.
No, and then. All right. Wow. I'm trying to read, Kevin.
I know.
Deken and two of his guard watch from above. He orders the X-Men destroyed. Chaos and fighting erupts. Cyclops orders them to get the crystal. Rogue punches Gladiator and retrieves the crystal. Corsair orders everyone to the Starjammer. As they're escaping, Warstar grabs Lalandra, but Wolverine saves her. Wolverine is helpful Harry again as he helps Beast keep the door open. Rogue easily holds the door for both of them. I love that part. She just like one-handedly is like, I got it.
This is my favorite scene in the entire episode because literally what I wrote down in my notes was Beast kicks this whip lady in the face. Rogue knocks out a giant and Gladiator. And then someone says, "Thank you, Rogue." And this is my favorite line in the whole episode. She says, "I enjoyed it." Then Rogue takes out the whip lady and then saves Gambit from this green dude. And then she lifts the door that's too much for Wolverine and Beast to handle. And I was like, do we need anyone here but Rogue?
Right.
I
So
mean, she was amazing in this fight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was great.
She's like, punch, kick, punch. Yeah, I got it.
Yeah, she was all over it. It was great.
Yeah, if she was in space with them in the first episode, none of this would have happened. She would have handled everything.
Can you imagine if she did have the Phoenix? She would have been way too powerful. Like, there's a reason that Jean's always dead, and it's because you can't do many stories about the most powerful being in the universe. Like, what are you supposed to do with that? So, yeah.
So, we got 3 more Imperial guards in this scene. So we got Smasher, who's in the white outfit with like the black hood on. We got Manta, who has the yellow face and the storm wings. And we got Warstar, who's the big green robot-looking guy. So, fun fact, Cannonball in current continuity is actually married to Smasher.
Oh.
But Smasher's a girl now, so he's married to a woman. I just want to get you excited.
That's a different... All right.
Is she trans?
No, I think it's the original Smasher's daughter, if I remember right. So she just took up the mantle.
Okay. So it's not the same one, it's just the same name. Like they do. Okay.
Right. Cis woman. He got her pregnant. They have babies. It's so cute.
The X-Men and Starjammers are about to make their escape when Deken reveals he has the crystal and Lalandra hostage. He orders Gladiator to kill her if anyone makes a move. Deken calls on Shara and Kirith.
Kithri.
What is this?
Kithri with the K in the middle.
Kithri with the K in the middle.
And an apostrophe.
Yeah. And a Y, but it's not where you think. That name. Okay, and then to unlock the power of the crystal, Phoenix prepares for battle, but it's too late. He has already unleashed the power. Phoenix warns that everything will soon be pulled into the crystal. Well, I love it too, because she's like, looks, I was not strong enough to stop him. And she looks so embarrassed, but...
Yeah,
Cool.
she
So
kind of
that
does like
brings
a
us to our episode.
sorry.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, oh.
So we only have one part of the Phoenix Saga left, so we're on the grand finale. But Kevin, would you say this episode is extreme or exit out?
Yes, extreme. Yes, extreme. I was waiting for this for like every episode. Because every episode I'm like, is it the Starjammers one? Is it the Starjammers one?
Yeah, you were. Are the Starjammers
And
here
so
yet? No,
it's-
shut up.
So I've been waiting. I was very excited. Yes.
Okay, and how about you, Terry? Extreme or X out?
I think extreme. It's like I said, look, almost like everything it's been building up to. Rogue for me, definitely the MVP of this episode.
Yeah, this is extreme. It sets up the ending. Like, this is such a great episode. And yeah, that takes us to MXP, which Terry said Rogue because she was so helpful to everybody. How about you, Kevin?
Yeah, I put Rogue too. I'm just like, she's in your face. She's doing things. She's making things happen. Get it?
Well, I'm gonna then dare to be different. I'm gonna say Phoenix because she like teleported everybody into space or whatever. Even though she sucked in that last battle, like she revived a little too late, but she still did a lot for them.
Yes. She's like, come with me again. Yes, here we are.
Yeah. I'm surprised you didn't find some way to try to make Corsair your MXP, just to make him your MXP.
Oh. I almost did, but
Yeah, couldn't find a good
Maybe
argument.
in the next one.
Yeah.
uh.
All right, so this next part we'd say what the X Factor is. So what's that thing that they did right in this episode, or just your favorite part in the episode? Who wants to start, boys?
I mean, I think
I can go.
Yeah, go ahead.
Or you can go if you're
No,
ready.
you go ahead.
Okay. Well, my X Factor is Corsair. Just him being there. He's like Buzz Lightyear, except a pirate. When he opens his things, he's talking to his guys like, oh, yes. But he's also like sexy and has wits, which is totally different from Buzz Lightyear because, yeah. So I love him. I love looking at his face. I love looking at his hair and his outfit and him walk.
And him walk. Okay.
What about the voice actor?
I love the voice. I don't know what he looks like, but I love the voice.
There you go. I mean, that's all that counts.
So-
is the voice, right?
Yeah.
I would say, let's see. I would say my X Factor is, I mean, I can't stop talking about Rogue, but I would say that another thing that I thought was really great is how many different characters this episode juggles. That's like not easy to do, I think. And so having that many characters be seen and be shown and then utilized is really cool. And even in those tiny cameos of like Emma and Doctor Strange and Captain Britain and stuff, that was kind of fun to see. So I love that aspect of the episode.
Nice. Mine.
We
my
saw
X
White
Factor-
Queen.
White Queen. My X Factor is same as Kevin's. Is the Starjammers. Like you mentioned it earlier, Terry. Like Corsair and Hepzibah are boyfriend and girlfriend now, so like they become such a big part of the continuity of the comics. Like we see Corsair constantly coming back. I also really appreciate like the way writers are able to adapt new things into the story, because finding out today that Corsair wasn't meant to be Cyclops' father, but they so effortlessly like made him the father. You gotta respect these writers.
It's great retconning, you know.
Yeah. All right, Kevin. The next part is called Child of Light. So what do you think happens in this finale?
Child of Light. Well, I feel like we're going to get lots of Firebird stuffs. And let's go, I guess it's going to be a big finale of sorts. Phoenix is probably going to save the day. She's like, I got my power now. And that's what's going to happen. I don't know.
Very descriptive. I feel like I know the whole episode now.
Yeah.
Cool. And Terry, we really appreciate you coming on the show today. Where can people find you if they want more Terry?
I mean, you want me to tell people where to find me? Or you mean online?
Oh, yeah, that one.
I was always told in art school, be easy to find. So my Instagram and my Twitter are just my name, Terry Blas, and my website is terryblas.com.
Cool.
Just Google my name.
Kevin, where can
You'll
people
find it all.
you?
Yeah, well, you can follow my personal Instagram, KGZ87, and my other podcast, Words of the Witches, about the Charmed books, where, Shawn's there too. Yay!
And I made myself easy as well. You can find me at Shawn.Porrett. That's Porrett. That takes you to my projects, my podcast, Marvelous Galaxy of Disney, are also Once Upon a Cult. You can also find my book there on Amazon, or you can find the Words of the Witches link on there too. I got it all on there, girl.
Yeah.
Oh no, I woke her up. Shut up. Amazon was going. All right, thank you for listening, and we'll see you next week with more X-Men.
Yay!
Bye.
Bye.